Good crafternoon, everyone. Welcome. Today we are going to make some silicone molds. Now, I have done this one time in the past, and it worked out really well. So hopefully it works out really well again. So, what are you doing? How is your afternoon? I hope it is great for everyone. And as you can see, things look a little more chaotic on my little desk here than normal, and that's because this is utter chaos. Mostly because when I made a mold before, I used mold barriers because it was a larger mold. It was about the size of this box, and this time I'm molding a lot smaller things. So I'm going to be making my molds out of some of the things I have on hand. So I have some packaging tape. I have a like a transparency, printable transparency, just a hard piece that I'm gonna be doing. I have my handy dandy evidence collection things. If you know, you know. And I have the silicone. So the silicone, and I have my old ass postage scale and a hot glue gun on standby to make these molds. So, Kestrel had come in. I think this was you know what? It says 5:33 p.m. and I don't know what day that was. But it wasn't today. Kind of wish this was today. This might have been last week when I had to reschedule. I had a headache, and also it was Mother's Day, so wanted to give everyone a day off. Mother's Day plus my dog's birthday plus my dad's birthday. There was a lot of stuff going on. So, and yes, she's come in days ago. It was days ago. And Lindsay's here playing a video game demo, and sad the full version isn't available yet. I hate when that happens, man. What game are you playing, Lindsay? And Kestrel says, Karen Reed is insane. Love the evidence collection cups. I'm gonna clarify what she has said. I don't think she means that Karen Reed herself is insane. This case is insane. I was out last night with where the hell did the other one go? Oh, with some friends for a friend's birthday, and one of my other friends, my best friend, is a law nerd. I've converted her, and she agrees. If I call at 5 a.m, she's picking up, and if she doesn't, she's gonna check my location on Google Maps, see where the hell I am, be calling my husband, be calling my other friends. Like it ain't like this. So yeah. Yes. Castro clarifies the trial is insane. Hi, Daily Dysfunction. It is a gong show. It is a gong show. That is also one of my favorite. I'm not even gonna call it a runkleism because it's a reference to the actual like 70s 80s show, but I feel like not a lot of people remember the Gong Show, so I appreciate when Ian uses Gong Show. It's a tavern manager game that's apparently still in production. Tavern manager, like a simulation game? That's interesting. Okay, so these are the little tiny things that we're going to be molding this week. I've got my little levels here, just for good measure. I've got some cutting implements. I've got my corrugated plastic that's at least going to be the base that I'm going to build upon. My double stick tape and the things I'm going to mold. So one of the things, actually, let me grab, where did that, there we go. I'm just grabbing a piece of sandpaper because there's a little nub on one side of this that if I'm gonna mold this, can't we can't abide by it. Okay. So I've got a little dollhouse plate. I've got pancakes from the Miniverse that a friend has requested. I have got, damn it, um, a little lady. Oh, I forgot I turned the camera around to face me this time. So, little lady torso for a friend. A little tiny pug. And yeah, Mr. Happy. You can kind of see his little smile there. Yeah. Okay. So that is the PG 13. Daily dysfunction. My dad says gong show all the time. I must have missed the runkleism, but that's hilarious. I've heard him say it here and there. Which is again why I said I wouldn't call it a runkleism because it's, beyond him. Lindsay, yes, medieval tavern sims, pretty much my speed with video games most of the time. Yo, I'm a huge Sims person. I have a lot of extensions, a lot of DLC. I haven't played in a while because I will go through like I do not have ADHD. I'm pretty sure I've taken some, never like a professional test, but some online tests, and it just says like, oh, you probably have anxiety, which duh, I know that. But no, don't have ADHD. But I will say that my crafting and hobbies are very cyclical, like ADHD friends that have confirmed that their hobby crafting is like that too. So I'll go through stints where I'm like, I want to play Sims all the time. And then I'll go through stints where I'm like, no, I just want to sit here and do my nails, or I want to sit here and craft, or et cetera, et cetera. So I sadly, as I was sitting here getting ready for this, I forgot to update my my Manny of the week. But this is it is Hollow Taco, but it's not Box Office Bomb. It's Inside Job from the latest release. It's actually Inside Job with some dots of Peel No Lies, because I was going to a friend's graduation and I was wearing an Ursula dress, so I thought that was appropriate. But yeah, so anyway, all right. So I haven't played Sims in a while, but it's like one thing happens and it discourages you from playing, and so you just don't, you get out of it and you don't get back into it. Like I installed some updates and then I was going through some of my DLC, and it was like, I'm not using, like, I subscribe to the Sims resource for the DLC. Like I'm a paying subscriber because I'm like, they do a lot of good stuff. And I had used their like DLC manager for a while, and then it wasn't it just didn't do what I wanted it to do. So I was like, I'm not into this. Let me, uninstall it. And so I uninstalled it, and then it got rid of a lot of the DLC. And so I tried to play, and I've got my canned air here, trying to minimize pug glitter. All right. So I've got these little 1-ounce cups, which might be good for that. And maybe I know I have, there's another one that's fairly clean. So I'm thinking that might be a good for this one and this one. But also, like, that's kind of a lot of waste. I don't know. So I've got those. I've got the plastic that I've seen people like, cut and tape, and so I might just like cut a strip of this and kind of just go around it. Let me try that. Let's try that. But it had it said that like I went to play and it was like, oh, like 300 of your items are not available. I was like, what? No, customization is everything. So I had to go through and like re-download them and install them again. Excuse me. And it was kind of a nightmare. So I have yet to play since then because I went through it, I reinstalled everything, and I just haven't done it yet. So I totally meant to grab a ruler to use as a straight edge here, and I did not grab that. So we're gonna go without it, I guess. Okay, so I want it. Oh, you can't see that. Okay. So I've got it on here, and I want it to be a little higher than where it is. So I think if I go, let's see, I do have, trying to grab it behind me. That is not it. Ugh, it's like the blind leading the blind over here. Wait, what is that? Oh, no, that's, I don't know what that is. Son of a bitch. Okay. Oh. Okay, I have this like caddy over here behind me that I literally saw the tape measure in yesterday. Here it is. Okay. I was just like digging blindly for it. I went to a Dave and Buster's last night for my friend's birthday, and it's so damn loud in there. I'm like, this isn't fair, man. I did not have a single thing to drink, and I feel hungover because it was so fucking loud. Ugh, it was ridiculous. Okay. So, okay, I was going like, that is centimeters. Okay. So it's a little over an inch. So I'm going to try to, do I have a, yes, I do have a permanent pen here. Okay. So I'm going to try to just, let's go for 1.5 inches. Try to mark it on, there went my evidence collection materials. Try to just mark it on both sides. Okay, I see what the problem is here. This is further away than it normally is. There. Okay. That's, now you're seeing more of my natural workspace. Okay. Just kind of, Alrighty. Uh, Lindsay says, "Yeah, I've never been able to get into the actual game, The Sims, because I find it simultaneously overwhelming with choices and monotonous. But I love a smaller scale simulation game." Yeah, it can get that way. I have a friend who plays like every day, a lot. It's like her comfort game, and her big thing is she likes the building of like locations and building out houses and stuff. So I think she definitely plays the game with like the people and everything, but I think she spends most of her time um building new houses and 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 customizing things, and I totally get it. I used to play the Sims no, SimCity Builder, I think it was, on my phone, and then they added like some PvP type things that was um with more people and competitions, and it was like, okay, no. This was like chill when it was just me like building out my little city and making sure the resources were distributed and stuff. But then it was like once you're competing with people you don't know and building, you know, I was just like, no, not into this anymore. Okay. So I think that will be a good little mold, but I need to seal this up better. I just wanted to get like an idea. I will give a shout out to a channel that I've watched for years. Um, what is it called? It's like Jed. I'll link it in the description below later. But it's like Jed 2K, Jedra 2K. Um, he's a creator in another country. I don't know where in Slovakia, Slovenia, maybe. The Baltics. But his channel, he doesn't um actually speak on his channel. Um but he does a lot of this. He does a lot of resin like dioramas and stuff, which are very cool. Um and I've watched him make his own little molds like this for years. So shout shout out to him. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a little piece of double sticky tape. Oh, to get under her, and I'm gonna use my little mini scissors to cut this a little bit closer. Like, I'm okay if there's a little bit of overlap, but I don't want it to affect the mold. I just want it to hold the item down. I don't think it will I don't think it will float, but I also don't want to risk that either. It's okay. Let me pull out the glue gun and get it heating up here. Okay. All right. Ooh, okay. Move this aside. All right. So I've got her stuck down. And I think I was gonna keep this piece intact, but I think it might be better if I cut pieces off of it. So I'm just gonna use my little scraper as a straight edge here, and this is a it is a blade, not a pen. Let's see, to kind of score this. And cut this piece out. This corrugated plastic I got on Yeet. I got on Amazon. It's real cheap. It was like $7 for 2 sheets, and they're not quite shit. They're, they're not quite 8.5. I think they're like 9 by 11. The it fell. Yeah, I think they're 9 by. And I can measure it if you were really curious, but okay. I'm gonna stick that little lady back. And then, yeah, this was more or less. Woo! I moved that just in time. I'm actually going to put that underneath it just to catch. It is on high, so I'm just gotta. It's just starting to drip, so I've just gotta get it to the point where I can. Yeah. Pixie has wandered back in. All right, so I'm going to take some blue shop towels and clean off our little Mr. Happy here and the little puggy, because they're like crystal, quote unquote. You know, they came from Timu, so they're little cheap rock basically, but I feel like they're, I don't know, grimy a little bit, so I just want to take some of this 91% alcohol and give them a wipe down before they get molded. I thought when I bought it that the pug, well, okay, so here's the funny thing. When I bought the little Mr. Happy, it said, you know, it was amethyst colored. And it is vaguely purple, kind of, not really. And the pug, same thing. Now, the pug I thought would be about the same size, much smaller, but better purple in it. So I was like, well, when I make all these little molds, I'll just mold these and then I can remake them with as much purple as I want. Bwahahaha. Yes, we are going to call him Mr. Happy. Um, we could call him Trooper Happy, maybe. Um, Trooper Trooper B, Trooper D. He's Happy D Maker. I don't know. Happily D Maker. Play on, yeah. Anyway, okay. Let's see if I can. Oh, you know what? It is quite often I forget that I have this little Lazy Susan, even though I bought it specifically for this kind of thing. Trooper giving the salute. Oh my god. Yes. Oh, that got wonkified. What happened here? All right. Okay. So I think, let me rotate this. I think that's a good distance. Might be a little. Yeah. Okay. All right. That is a good distance around. Let me see if I can just kind of. Ooh. Seeing if I can just kind of tack it where it needs to be. And then really go in for the seal. Okay. Nope, you need to be sealed. Okay. We are being liberal with the hot glue because we don't want no stinking leaks. This particular silicone for molding I like because it was super. I've never used it. When I made my other mold late last year, I had never done this before, and it was very easy to. There we go. It was very easy to use, and it doesn't really stink. And it's made by the Let's Resin brand, so I know it's a decent brand. And yeah, all right. So she is intact. There's enough of a barrier around her that it might be thin, but that's okay. I kind of want it to be thin. All right. She's ready to go. We're going to get all these molds ready before I start mixing silicone. The silicone has what is referred to as an open time. So that's basically the work time. It's how long you have to work before it starts to set. This silicone. The other reason I like this is because I use UV resin, which requires a clear or transparent mold to get the light in there. And this is clear resin. It is okay, so let me show you this. Non-toxic and odorless, low viscosity, so it pours really nicely, self-degassing, high tear strength, so it's tough, and good heat resistance. So yeah. And this is a 1-to-1 mix by weight, which is why I have my scale on hand. It's not on the box, so once we get into it, I'll let you know the open time and the open time versus the cure time. I think it cures in, I want to say it's a few hours. So that's why this is part 1. So we will have our part 1 while we make these molds. And then I don't know if I'm going to have the patience to wait till next week, to be totally honest, to unmold them. So I may just make a VOD video to unmold them. Demold the items and show off the molds, rather. Okay, I'm looking for, again, slightly off camera in this jungle of crap. There it is. I have little what are they called? They're not medicine cups. They're like the little bathroom cups. Doesn't sound right either. They're little like 3-ounce cups. I call them bathroom cups because growing up we had a cabin that my grandparents owned near Santa Cruz, California, in like the redwoods. And they had one of those little, I think they're also called Dixie cups, little Dixie cup dispensers. And they always had that. And it was great for us kids. Okay, well, they call them bath cups. Bath cups. Or as we will call them, tiny evidence. Tiny evidence collectors. You know, the funny thing is, since we were talking about the red Solo cup evidence cups, when I was talking to we were trying to tell our friend at her at dinner last night about the Karen Reed trial. Pixel, move! You're in my way. And we're trying to tell her about the red Solo cups. And I was like, you know, it occurred to me. They went across the street. They knocked on their bosses or coworker, whoever, I forget who it was. They knock on his door. They get these red Solo cups. That dude didn't have any friggin' Ziploc bags? Really? They couldn't have got some Ziploc bags from that dude? No sense. Okay. I need to take a quick break because I dropped my television remote and the TV just turned on. So I think it managed to get itself under my chair or somewhere the dog could step on or something. So I need to find it. It's that kind of day, guys. I'm sorry. All right. I will be back in just a couple. All right. I'm back. I found it. Okay. So let's get back to this. So we have these little cups, and my idea for this is for the pancake and the plate to just kind of figure out. Yeah, I don't need. Actually, I could probably cut this with my scissors. Probably better. I now understand as well why these pens have like you get them in like a 6-pack because they dull. And then it's, okay. So we have a little shallow cuppy here. And I think that will be good for the plate. Yes, not bad. Let me just kind of get the little flash bits off. All right, I think that's fine for the plate. And then I'm gonna cut another one. Yeah, this is how I should have done it. All right, cut another one for the pancake. So get the double stick tape. All right. Actually, I think the hard for me to determine, and I have several of these, which I think this side is best to stick down. The the top more golden side. That one is real wonky. That one's decently flat. That one's a little wonky. I think this one is our best contender. It occurs to me that this isn't flat because of the. Oh well, doesn't matter. We'll see what happens. Okay. That is stuck down enough that I don't think it will rise when we put the silicone in. Let me just find, there we go, the little box to put the remaining pancakes in so we don't lose those. Lindsay says Trooper B is still on the witness list, one of like 48 people left on the prosecution's list. I hope Lolly doesn't call all of them because Jesus fucking Christ, I hope he calls Trooper B, if only because the commentary. Yes. Oh, Trooper B. Also, 48 more people. I'm now convinced he was calling the phone book of Canton. It's so maddening. We're gonna be here until friggin' what's his nuts' trial. Baldwin in July. Jesus, it's gonna take forever. All right, oh, it's on my scissors still. I'm like, I just had the other little piece of tape. Okay. Trying to get this. This one, the margins on this one, I don't know. I'm not as bothered if this one doesn't work, honestly, because this is one of 5 plates that I have, and they were easy to buy. So I'm not tripping on this one. It's the pancake that I really want. So okay. So we've got those down. Trying to find. I cut this. Where is the other strip? I will look around for it as I cut more little squares off of this corrugated plastic for our little Puggy and our Mr. Happy, and then proceed to, of course, drop one. That's what all this is for. When I made the first molds last year, I had bought some of this corrugated plastic, and I bought it in green, and I kept it for sure. Where it ended up, however, is honestly anybody's guess. I don't know what the hell happened to it. It's around here somewhere. Okay. Let's see. I don't know what happened to the rest of that strip that I cut. I think it probably slipped and fell down on the floor somewhere, which, since it's so staticky, means it is covered in dog hair just by virtue of having a dog. So I'll just cut another strip. This one doesn't even need to be that wide because of the little puggy is not that tall. So little Yee. That was a bad idea on my part. It's all kinds of ragged now. All right. Really, I think I will be good with just, yeah, that might even be too much. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here so we don't totally lose it. And got that little guy. Where are my, there we go. My tweezers will make this a lot easier to deal. Oh, hey, I found the other strip. Okay. So just want, damn it. Okay. Like I just want a little square of this to hold his little butt down. Okie dokie. Little square holding little butt down. Another. Okay. All right. Going to cut the excess because there was so much excess inside, it was misshaping things. So I'll move some stuff out of my way here and then get some little tacks in place. Okay. There's a good margin around our little puggy friend. Okay. I mean, it's a better margin around our little puggy friend than our little lady friend over here. Kinds of crap. Okay. So little puggy friend goes, oh no, oh no. I lifted it by the thing and it got wonky because it's not. Okay. I'm going to move our little puggy friend because that's going to take forever to. And I'm going to put a little cups on top of it to hold it down since I pulled it up like a dumbass. Okay. Now, this chunky little dude. Still wondering if I should just use the cup. Nah. Let's go for the strip of plastic method again. Okay. So stop rolling away, you little weirdo. All right. This one's pretty heavy, so I'm not necessarily worried about it lifting off. I don't think that one's long enough. I may need to cut a new strip for this one. Yeah, our little secondary strips are not long enough for that little guy. Okay. Okay. Cut it there. Mm. Mm, I want to give it just a tiny bit more room. Man, that shit sticks. Okay. All right. Now, it is definitely not my intention for these to be like the kind of mold where, oh, that's interesting. There's a string that got pulled that was altering this shape. It's not my intention to make this kind of mold that I have to cut in half and then like rubber band together, but I think that's what these ones are going to be just by the nature of things. I think I need to cut a bigger slightly bigger piece for Mr. Happy to sit on. Yeah, that's slightly wider. Okay. Okay. Shush, Pixie. Okay. Putting an extra dollop there because I realized that I melted the corrugated plastic with the tip of the nail, tip of the glue gun. So just want to fill that just in case. All right, that looks good. This little guy is dry, sealed in there. And that's going to take a second to dry. Oh, so let me turn off the glue gun. Actually, I'm not going to turn off the glue gun yet. Just in case I have to like throw some more. Oh, you know what? Yeah. So that one's got to keep drying. But I want to hit the seams on these. Okay. I think this seam is good, but I'm going to hit it anyway. Just because I don't. Oh no. Okay. That was a mistake. Ugh. Okay. I made a mistake with this one. This one's all right. This one will be fine. I made a mistake with this one because as you can maybe see, it pushed in too close on this side. So I also burned the shit out of my fingers. Because hot glue is hot. Trying to remove the glue from one of these sides. That's where it is. This is where it isn't. Okay. See if I can remove the glue on this side, or if I'm just going to have to redo this one. I think I'm going to have to redo this one. Well, shit. All right. That's glued on way better than I anticipated it would be. So, this is a full-on redo. I'm just trying to get some of this hot glue pieces up while I have it here. All right. Okay. Use this. There we go. All right. Back to the plastic cutting board, so to speak. All right. Let me take a second, check in on some comments here. Alrighty. So yes. Seriously, 48 witnesses. Yeah, people keeping track. Unfortunately, the victim's niece and nephew and why are the niece and nephew? Why? What are they? Why? There's no need for the niece and nephew to fucking testify. Come on, man. Plus has more Runkle recaps. Also means that's what's dominating LawTube feeds. Yeah. Almost managed to derail Rob on Friday, but oh man. Oh, that was a good derail though. That was a good derail. There is an investigation into this police department by the feds. We know that. Oh my god. Interesting take on Clone Willy kits. So I dated someone who did that, who used the Clone Willy kit. I'm like, good for you, but it's not that impressive. Maybe that was a waste of money. Yep, don't want to make the sheath too tight. So at least he's not a grower or a shower. Puppy snores. I mean, she's not asleep. She just snores. Let me see here. Today's not going well for streamers I watch. Nicole Loves, nail polish creator, broke a bottle on stream a bit ago. Oh my god. And cut the crap out of her hand. I'm burning myself. Yeah. I have only ever once broken a bottle of nail polish. And of course, it was at a salon and it was their bottle. That was embarrassing. It just like slipped out of my, and I dropped it on the floor, so I didn't cut. Natalie's live soon. Hope she managed to avoid injury. Yeah. I mean, it's not, the burning my fingers was not as bad as it could have been. They're fine now. The thumb's a little red, but that's about it. All right. Yeah, I was like, I don't know who you're trying to impress, sir. I've seen your member. Anyway. The funny thing about those Clone Willy kits, that probably distorted what I said, but that's fine. uh, is that they're not they're not really made to accommodate the truly impressive willies that you would want to clone. You know what I'm saying? The mold is only so long and so wide. Yeah, that's that's all I'll say about that. If you know, you know. All right. Let me give a fit on this little lady. That's a good mold. All right. Gonna press that and then cut off the excess inside because that worked really well for the little puggy. Okay. All right. Got good margins on all sides. All right. Going to put my finger across it just to kind of hold it. Part of the problem here, to be fair to myself, is that I have the glue gun on high. So it's not really drying quickly because it is liquid hot magma. Okay. All right, we still got good margins. We'll let that dry. Mr. Happy here is dry enough to get a oh, I need another. This is my fucking least favorite thing about glue guns, man. There's plenty of glue, but because of the way this thing is, I can't get more out before I put another damn stick in. Racket. Big glue gun. I also bought gigantic friggin' glue sticks, the full size ones. And I'm like, these are unmanageable that long hanging out of the back of the damn glue gun. So I cut some in half. All right. Let's get more seam insurance for Mr. Happy. All right. Plenty of insurance on the seam here. She's still drying. All right. I actually do have like little silicone fingies, like finger covers, but I left them in the drawer that I keep the glue gun in. Yeah, Lindsay, there are still limits. Um, Interestingly, the same ex who bought the kit, we went to WonderCon in San Francisco, and it didn't used to be, but I believe it's now owned by the same people that own Comic-Con in San Diego. And this was a long time ago, so it wasn't owned by them at that point. But they had, there's like different sessions, and some are kind of classes. And there was a class on like special effects, makeup, and prosthetics and stuff. And he volunteered as a person from the audience, and they used like alginate and did it like on, they were doing something on the face, but so that got him interested because, once you use that kit, it's done. You can only, it's a one-time use kit. It's okay. It's a one-time use kit to mold the willy, and then it makes a mold that you can use multiple times, I think. Maybe not. But that class at WonderCon taught basically how you would use alginate to make a mold of like somebody's, make like a nose prosthetic or something, and to use the alginate to make the mold, and then use silicone over the alginate to make a reusable mold, and be able to do it, ad nauseum for facial prosthetics or hand prosthetics or whatever. So, and now, this was long time ago, really before YouTube. And now, there's YouTube, which will teach you basically the same things on how to do the same thing. So, if you had a vessel, an alginate, and the right materials, you don't need no stinking kit. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. All right. So, I have my evidence collection vessel and my scale is behind me. Let me her seam is pretty good, but I just feel like for good measure it won't hurt. Okay. Let me just there's a lot of hot glue strings. All right. So for the silicone. Okay. Well, I mean, it could come up, Lindsay, you might have a friend that, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay. I'm going to move this little guy out of the way and pull out. I think that's not going to run anymore. Yeah, that's sufficient. Okay. So, let me just, got to relocate some things here. because I want to move the glue gun over here. All right. Okay. Don't mind the shine. Let me move these over here out of the glue gun string path. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to put that there. I'm going to move this little tray on top of my computer. And then I remembered, oh yeah, the tray is magnetic, so I really don't want to do that. Okay. All right. Glue gun over there. Little cups out of the way. Okay. Okay, so this is, as I said, Let's Resin silicone rubber, platinum cured silicone for mold making. I do believe I put this linked in the description already. If not, it'll be there later. So this has a mixing time of 3 to 5 minutes, working time within 30 minutes at room temperature, curing time of 3 to 6 hours or longer, depending on size, thickness of your product, as well as curing temperature. We suggest you wait for at least 24 hours before using the silicone molds. So I can probably demold them at 3 to 6 hours, and then to use them. So I think next week will be the using the molds. All right. The lower the curing, seal the bottle after use, store at room temperature, clean the silicone spills with soapy water or wipe them off with rubbing alcohol. Minimum quantity of part A and part B is no less than 30 grams. Try to extend the curing time for 1 to 3 days if the silicone is sticky. All right. Wear protective gloves and eye protection when using. In case of skin contact, wipe off. Okay. So, that is one thing I forgot to grab. And it is one thing I will not screw around. Oh, I've seen using Legos as mold housings. Yes, I have seen that. Caitlin and Evan have done that. I just don't have many Legos that aren't from a specific kit and are in use. Yes, so no Legos here. All right. I am going to put you guys on a BRB again so that I can run into the other room to get my yes, to get my gloves because I don't want this on my hands. All right, be right back. All right, I'm back with gloves. Like, share this video. All right, so I grabbed copious amounts of gloves. So I'm gonna take off my watch and ooh, comment. Do you have an A-word device? So if I use my A-word device, which does use her name, it's not computer or Echo or anything like that. If I use my A-word device for a timer, yes, I do have something pixel proof to discard the dirty gloves in. Okay. Interestingly enough, I was on a conference call yesterday. Sorry, today's Sunday, on Friday. And for whatever reason, I think because there was a cat out in the backyard, Pixel was losing her ever-loving mind. And she was barking her head off. And so I had myself on mute for most of the call. And at a certain point, I had to take myself off mute to talk. And then she had calmed down at that point, so I didn't take myself off mute. She comes in and she goes toward the front door and starts like growling at something. And the person talking, and the other person from the other company is talking about tracking and attribution of something. And she was trying to explain it. And Pixel is over here at the door, like barking. And I went, Pixel. And the person on the phone call I was on, because I thought I was muted and I wasn't, goes, exactly, pixels. That's how we track it. And I was like, oh my God, that could have been horrible. Luckily, my dog's name. Glad my dog's name is not like, fuck you, or something funny. All right. No A words. Cool. So I'm going to attempt here. Get a little height on this. You don't need me. Hey, no. Okay. All right. Let's see more here. I have this other light like right clipped to the thing, so hopefully that's not like blowing you out. All right. My super old. So it is by weight, 1-to-1 weight, minimum of 30 grams. I don't know that I even have 30 grams here. Let's see. Wait. Grams. So there's 15 and 15. All right. So put that on there. And tear that. So let's. Oh, removing the little cap would greatly help. I'm just gonna chuck it in there because I'm pretty sure this is going to exhaust. You kidding me? Okay, good thing I have more than this one cup, because I'm gonna need to tear it again. This damn thing turned off on All right. I'm gonna. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Aside. Put that aside. Okay. I have my other cup. Okay. Let's tear that. Okay. So that is 10 107 grams? What? Really? Hold on. Okay. 107. Now, in theory, this should also be 107. So we should have what, 214? Disco. Oh, 215. I think that is going to be close enough. All right. And I just realized you can see what I poured into the cup, but not um the weight. So sorry about that. Okay. Now I have my Let's Resin mixer here. And I'm going to mix this for 5 minutes. Where did my USB-C cable go? There it is. Okay. Hopefully this is charged enough and doesn't die on me. So we're going to move this out of the way, move my scale, put this here, and hey, we're so dirty in this stream. Alexa, start a timer for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, starting now. If this noise, tell me, and I will. Oh, no. That's what I was trying to do. And I will put on some music or something. Barely hear it. Perfect. It is turned all the way up, too. So that is the power of my mic, I guess, and its directionality. All right, turn it off for just 1 second and try to. Nope. Okay. I was just trying to see if I could get it like into the housing any more than it already is, and I don't think so. Okay. We're not up, but I want to just like scrape the sides just to like make sure all right. Alexa, stop. Alrighty. Okay. So I am going to actually whoop. Okay, that is stuck in there. So I'm going to take my other cup and put some alcohol in it so that I can then spin these in the alcohol. To clean them off. Okay. Put that one in there. And come on. Okay. I am just going to pull off the paddle and I'm going to leave it in the alcohol for right now. Pull this out. Okay. This was my one concern, like getting this mixer, was that the paddles are not silicone. So how was I going to like easily clean them? It's just plastic. But I don't know, maybe when the silicone cures it'll just pull off. I don't know. We shall see. Maybe that's also why it comes with 3 different paddles and you can buy extra paddles, because eventually they'll just get gunked to the point of unable to use them anymore. All right. I'm going to let that continue to marinate, so to speak. And let's pour. All right. So the nice thing again about this is that it's pretty well self-degassing and low bubbles. So let me real quick here also. As I mentioned, I do have a pixel-proof discard. I have a fresh trash bag here so that I can So I still have this much of each of these. But that's not the base. You know, it's, well, maybe it is beyond the minimum. Maybe I should keep that. Let me not chuck those yet. I've got my... Okay. This was for the part B. This was the cap for part B. Okay, got that done. This was the cap for part A. Cap that. These in the box. All right. Keep it just to keep it. All right. So, got our silicone. We're going to... I think I'm going to pour these. Okay. Okay. See the bubbles popping. Alright. I have my ceiling fan on, and the little like drops are light enough that the ceiling fan is kind of picking them up. But I think you can see this with the light. Try adjusting it a little bit. But the bubbles are coming to the surface themselves. So I'm just gonna move those. That one I filled like right to the brim. All right. Let's get it with our other molds. Okay. So just like that. Houston, I think we have a problem because we're going to have a lot more silicone than we need. I think I need just a little bit more in there. Ooh. That does not appear to be leaking. All right. Shit. So we have a lot more silicone. Ooh. So we need to figure out some other things to mold here. And use this up. Shit. Shit, shit. shittily shit. All right. I'm going to grab another little cup. I'm looking around for stuff, to be totally honest here. If I have more plates, you can make yourself more silicone mats. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Uh, mm. Also have a thing of charms sitting here. Some of these I could certainly mold. I don't know if those will work that great. But it is all worth a shot at this point. All right. All right, let's see what we can do with some of this. I'm extra glad now that I didn't turn off the hot glue gun. Oof. And that I have 30 minutes of working time. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I move those aside, is build a little all right. Maybe like over to the side here. All right. No, I should just... That's gonna take too long. It's the... Can't believe I did this to myself. Okay. Okay. Let's... These are all heavy enough that I don't think they need to be loaded. Or that I don't think they need to be weighed down. That may be the gummy bear. Oh no. Okay. This one I also want to take the eye pin out of. There we go. What did I do with the double-sided tape? There we go. Oh, wait. I have a little piece still on my light. I'm sorry. I think a lot of this was not necessarily on camera. That is not sticking. Ugh. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me right now? It's like it won't stick to the bear, but it'll stick to the cup, by God. I think I need just like a tiny smattering of hot glue on this little guy to get him to stick down. I need to pull that little string out. Nothing will stick to this fucking thing. Okay, the problem isn't the tape. It's that the bear is impervious. So you just have to hope he stays down. Is it? Okay, it's staying down. I just think I need a little bit more. Like, I'm not sure I should be able to see. Are you fucking kidding me right now with this? Mm. Okay. Our little gummy guy over there. Okay, is this... Ooh. That's gonna be... tight margins there. Oh no, this one ripped too much. Ironically, the biggest cup for the littlest charm. No time to quibble. I still have a lot, you guys. Oh. That had silicone in it. Okay. That would be an interesting. Let's see if we can mold a bottle cap. Because at this point, we're not asking why. We're asking why not? Because the why is that I'm a moron. So we don't need that kind of negativity. I've gone over to my box of extras, my bag of extras from the Miniverse stuff. Like, is there any of this that I could make a mold of? That I would want a mold of? That I could even mold. Ooh, you know what? I do want a mold of this. Okay. That might put me at a good place. I will say that the mold I made before, it's packed away. So it's but it's big. So you get a lot of bang for your buck in this silicone mold kit, or silicone materials, and it was only $20. So we're not doing terribly here in terms of what we've made. And my little DIY molds over here off camera that I made are not leaking at all. And it is friggin' possible for me to get this little Ziploc baggie open with this glove on. Alright, but I have this one little glass that I would totally like a mold of. So I'm going to grab my little cup. Make sure it is dusted out. Get some double stick tape on the underside of this. Cut the excess off. Sorry. Grossly off camera there. Still probably grossly off camera, but slightly better. No, I need... Okay. So for a little bit there, because my brother had come in the room, and I'm like, is there anything you need molded? And he's like, no. And he was like, wait a minute. And then, of course, said, my dick. And I said, I'm going to be kind and tell you that I don't have enough silicone for that. Just going to go out on a limb and guess. Did I already toss? Oh, it's going to take so long, though. Okay, I think this is once again going to require a tiny bit of hot glue to hold it down. Yeah. Now, that is not centered, but I don't care. We don't have time. Now, it'll be just my luck that there won't be enough for this. That would be slightly hilarious. But no, we're going to be good. All right. We still have enough for something. I do not know what. Ooh. Not sure which bowls. I think you mean the only ones that I wanted more of was the waffle bowls, but I've used all of them. So I don't have any I can mold, unfortunately. At this point, I'm just looking around here like, what do I have that I can mold? And the answer is not a whole lot, honestly. Because I think I have enough for like one more little mold. But oh, you know what? I was thinking about molding these. Maybe I will. Yeah, I will throw caution to the wind on molding those. Okay. So I got these. Yeah, I don't have any more that are not already used. So I got these earrings. And I thought about molding them. But and they were cheap enough that if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I need something big enough to mold them in. You know what? I think if I go like opposite, hot glue this to this, that might be big enough to get them both in. Because I don't think, let me take this other glove off real quick. I don't think I could get them both in the bottom of one of these cups. And I would kind of want to do both at once. Could I get them? Oh, yeah, I could. Okay. Time for one last cup sacrifice. Good thing these things are dirt cheap, man. Oh. Okay. Do I need to cut off the earring part though? Let's try it with it, cause why not? All right. Now there's just a light coating on the bottom of the cup. Looks like a specimen container again. Whew. All right. We went from a little plate and a little pancake and three little, fun time things, which I feel like this one needs more on top of because I can still. All right. Top that one off a little bit. I don't think the rest of these need any more. All right. All of this turned into a hope and pray situation. Turning off the glue gun. You know what? I wonder if... Nah. Alright. Oh. We done. Like, there's enough to mold something. What? I don't know. I'm gonna go back to my extras. Oh. Where do I have that? I would like to make a copy of that. Is it in here? Okay. This is going to be difficult because I'm trying to pull all this stuff out and I don't have anywhere for it to go. So I'm holding it in my hand. Because what I want is absolutely at the bottom of this bag. If it's even in this bag. I saw other things and I was like, oh, maybe it's in here too. Okay. The little perfume. Beta. Huh. Wonder if I could turn this into a mold. Set that aside. That's a maybe. Spoon. There's a little... These things are not from the Miniverse. They're from the Zoo. Aha! I found it. They're from the Zuru mini brands things. Kind of same idea, but they're all like pre-made. They're not little like UV kits like the MGA Miniverse is. Although Zuru's trying to get into it with their Master Chef line, which I got one of, but I don't like it, so I gave it to my friend to try to trade. There's this little nail polish. I would really like to have more little nail polishes. So I'm going to do I have time for that? No, not really. I wonder if I can use... No, probably not. I was like, I wonder if I can use a little bag. But no, I don't think so. I think my only option is another one of these little cups. But that's so much extra surface. That's not going to cover that. I'm going to need to make a smaller vessel for that. Let me see if I can get this made with like the last of the hot glue. Zhuzh. Shit, dropping all over the place. Oh. Okay, I didn't glue it down for a reason. I just need a little dab and kind of unstring it, which is not gonna work, right? Shit. No, that's not gonna work. Damn it. Let me just turn. Son of a bitch. Oh. Ha. Okay. Maybe I can still make this work. Son of a bitch! Okay, if I don't keep dropping this damn thing. Okay. All right. It's still pouring. So please be just enough. Yeah, bitch. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I found that before my trash, as I was dumping out other trash. No! What happened here? Oh, shit. How the fuck did that happen? Somehow this one got knocked over in my haste and is now all over the place. All right, I'm going to leave this. Fuck. Okay, so we almost had a win. Almost had a win. All right. I'm just gonna put that there. Grab a blue towel. Start sopping this up. Son of a bitch. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's so much. Okay. That is a plastic bag. That didn't get any on it. That didn't get any on it. So I toss it into the mix. Sure. Okay. This didn't get anything on it. Nothing on it. Nothing on it. All right. My Pampered Chef chip clip. Okay, that's... Oh, that was smart of me. Yes, wipe it down with the same thing that you're holding a... Alright. Y'all, it's been a stream. Oh, okay. Luckily, this is silicone. So it'll just wipe off and put it in the alcohol that I still have the paddle in. That didn't get touched, but it's trash anyway. Oh, okay. Turn off the glue gun. You can go down there. That didn't get hit. That didn't get... I mean, the Sharpie did. The nice thing is that when it tipped over, it didn't hit anything I care about or can't clean off. It's just the waste of it all. Especially because now I'm not going to have enough in that. Sucks. Oh. Okay. Although, you know, Lindsay had said if I had plates, I could maybe make a silicone mat for working. I think that might be what happens when this cures in a few hours. I may just, unless it bonds to this silicone mat, and then I'm sort of screwed. But I digress. Okay. I am going to call it so that I can clean this catastrophe up. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. I appreciate it so much that we have our little Crafternoon crew. Yeah, just leave it and see what happens, Lindsay says. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Also because I just don't have the wherewithal right now to clean it. So yeah, I am gonna clean up underneath, like where I'm gonna move these and some other stuff. It's not spreading. It's got a little thing out of it. So at least there's that. I'm wiping it off of this plastic bag only so that I can open the bag. Actually, the bag's probably a lost cause. Let me just cut it with a... Yeah, just cut it. Because what's inside is actually silicone molds that I purchased. The ill-fated cracker, and then I bought a new one to replace it. So those are done. Okay. Scissors done. All right. Y'all don't need to be... Well, we'll see like what happens with this one, since it's now like covered, but Not? I don't know. This one may be a wash. We'll have to see. Oh, let me get my okay. Got my tweezers all out of it. Only one of them even touched it a little bit. Those ones are fine. I'm half tempted to take this and just kind of go and push it into it and see if that does make a mold. But they're also not like quite the right size, so I'm just gonna not indulge that. Put them back in this bag with the other extras. I'm at the point where I need a bigger extras bag, but I just haven't done that yet. I have bigger bags, I just, all right. So my little knife didn't get hit. All my extra gloves. No, these aren't the extra gloves. These are gloves I was wearing. Okay. My little X-Acto knife didn't get hit. All right. So it hit a couple of things that doesn't matter. But I do want to actually let me put this one of these gloves back on. I think I'm putting the one that was on my left hand back onto my right hand, but whatevs. Okay, where's the... Just so that I can get this out of there. Now this is spilling, of course, because it's not done, but I'm going to put it... Oof. There. And move this one. There's just a little bit of it that's like... Now I'm like, I wonder if I can pull some of it up. I'm trying to get the other glove back on. Okay, that's good enough. It covers most of my hand. If I can like... Ooh, yeah. Now, will there be dust in it? Because did I clean off this portion of my table? That's a compound question. Yes, there will be dust in it because no, I didn't clean it off. All right. We're not leaving it. Well, I mean, there'll still be like a light coating, a light smattering. Because some of it's not gonna be salvageable. I don't think the dust will matter much either. But just... There's some chunks. But that's why I put that like over here. You know what? I could probably also, if it's still working, yeah. Yeah, because I don't think I needed as much in there. All right. We're getting somewhere. Unfortunately, my mat doesn't go all the way to the edge of my table, or I would just pick this up and hold it and scrape it, but it doesn't do that. So, still trying to like figure this out. Yeah. All right, let me do this. I'm gonna grab this, put it over here. Okay. See if I can find a relatively. Okay. Put that over there. And then see if I can just like scoop more into there. Hopefully, I'll be able to scrape enough up that will like just be able to cover that. All right. And it won't be a complete and utter loss. Just a big mess. Okay. Okay. I think I have. Oh no. Well, I was going to say, I think I've scraped up as much as I can scrape here to get back into this cup. So it's so messy. I'm so annoyed at myself. I know that, like, the whole point, not the whole point, but, you know, a large component, I should say, of my channel is, you know, we're all just learning this together and failing along the way. But man, this is, whew, this is quite the fail. I mean, we don't know that it's a fail. All of this could come out great. We could have fantastic little, you know, but we could have fantastic little molds here. I'm trying to see if I can, like, no. Can't. I was just putting it into, I have a little medicine cup over here that is, I just want to, like, you know, since that was the fullest one, get it so that I can clean some of this up. Because I don't want so much of this just hanging around. Oh. Son of a bitch. I wonder, do I... I'm just gonna... I was just holding up the little lady to the light to see if I need all of that in it. No, I needed some of that. I'm also like, do I need all of that? Do I need... Like, I don't want to touch those because those are the ones I, like, was here to do. You know what I mean? That's still only barely covered. Yeah, I just decided that the little mask is gonna be the sacrificial mold. Also, because I can attempt let's just add it to this one. Yeah, that is dunzo. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I anticipate a big fail when I stream on Tuesday. Learning to laugh at the failures is the important part. Yes, it might just be. Also, Ian's going to go live in 30 minutes to go over Rust. Dude's going to burn himself out streaming, very likely. Runkle, I know you don't watch, but please don't burn yourself out. Lindsay, what are you anticipating on Tuesday? What's on the docket for your stream on Tuesday? Let us know. And we will then be on our merry way. I'm like, do any of the rest of these? I feel like this is the one that should err on the side of topping off. No, this is kicking now. It's not pouring. Okay. All right. Tuesday on Poor Little Snowflake. Making an attempt at drawing myself a snowflake logo, then maybe painting over it. We'll be there, I believe. I don't one Tuesday a month I have now. It used to be every Tuesday, but one Tuesday a month now we have trivia. And it was supposed to be last Tuesday, but all of a sudden there was a passcode on the Zoom and nobody knew it. And dude never emailed me back. So I don't know if he was sick or what was going on. But yes. So once again, I will start wrapping it up. I started wrapping it up a minute ago, and then I got distracted. But hey, So thank you once again for being here. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out and understanding that there's failure that's going to happen. Shit is going to go wrong. But at least we don't have murder evidence in red solo cups. Till next time, friends.